Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hey
Waalaikumsalam
guys,
warahmatullahi
thank you. Assalamualaikum. Apa? How are you today?
I'm fine,
wabarakatuh.
Miss.
I'm fine. I'm fine, Miss.
Okay.
How are you, Miss?
Okay, could you please turning on your camera, guys? No one is turning on the camera. I cannot check you. I really happy if I can see you. And maybe later on we're going to see in real life, not in the online tour. As we know that Pak Jokowi has already said that the level of the COVID disease in Malang is decreasing. So now we are not in the 4th level, but we are now in the 3rd level. So maybe we can see after this. So we can meet each other then after this. Just wait for the, the news from our government and also from the school then. Okay, so only 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 students who has already opened the camera. So could you please turning on your camera? So the agenda is we are going to have the presentation, right? So have you ready with the presentation today? I'm going to open again the name of the groups. Wait a second. So this one is okay. I have already this. Now we are going to start from the first group. So we can make the order from group 1. We jump to group 8 and then go back to group 2, jump again to group 7, 3, and then 6, 4, 5 will be the last. Okay, so if you cannot present the presentation today, that will be okay. Just reschedule it. So one of you should discuss with the others. I mean that the live group, you're gonna have to discuss and then you're gonna reschedule the meeting. So you can choose what day and then what time. So if I can, and then we can do it in that time that you propose to me. If it is not, so maybe we can change to another agenda, but make sure that we are going to do it this week. So next week we can move to another topic. Okay, here I have the name of group 1. So let me check the attendance list first. Who is number 3? Who is number 3? Number 3?
Bintang, Miss.
Bintang, Miss.
Okay, so what happened with Bintang?
Oh, vaksin.
Oh yeah, vaksin. 4, 5, 6. Oh, how about number 7? Okay, Nahda, that's okay. Who is number 7? Okay, let me check then. Number 7 is Fahru Rozi. Yes, can you hear me? No. The host, I cannot hear anything from you. So number 7 is the host. And then number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Who is number 17? Number 17 should be Rizwan. Is there any news from Rizwan?
Rizwan sakit, Miss. Kalau
Rizwan sakit.
kemarin,
Oh,
ya, dari kemarin.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. Now, another number 31. 31 nggak ada. Rehan Rizky. So, is there any news from Rehan?
Ada cek dokter, Miss. Tadi juga izin.
Iya benar. Ada yang WA saya tadi. Okay, thank you. So only those students who are not coming. Now I'm going to check the attendance. No, I'm going to check the group's member. So we are going to start the presentation from group 1. Davina.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, and then Fiska.
Hadir, Miss.
And then we have Intan. Intan. Intan, are you here? Intan nggak ada ya? Naula,
Ada, Miss.
could you please say something, Intan? Aduh, Intan, di mute Intan itu. Iya, iya, saya sudah melihat Intan. Iya, so you have a problem with your microphone then. And then Naula,
Hadir, Miss.
and then Nayang.
Hadir, Miss.
Okay, so the one who gonna be the presenter is Fiska. Fiska, you gonna be the presenter, and who will help Fiska to share the content?
Sepertinya saya aja tidak apa-apa, Miss.
Oke.
Apakah harus dibantu?
Kalau dibantu bisa dapat nilai temennya. Kalau kamu berarti the score will be goes only for you.
Oke, dibantu
Okay.
saja.
Okay, so who gonna help Fiska to share the content? From group what?
Intan,
Is it
Intan, Miss. Intan.
Intan? Okay, thank you. So Fiska and Intan. Okay, time is yours, guys. Present.
Apakah sudah bisa dimulai?
Yes, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fiska Alia, and today I want to talk about how to make glutinous rich balls with coconut sugar, or we usually call it Guppon. Okay, next. What is Guppon? There are many types of traditional food in Indonesia. One of them, which is Guppon. Guppon or Gelepon is a kind of traditional food or traditional Indonesian cake, which is included in the market snacks group. It is round in shape, small in size. The color is generally green with a sprinkling of savory grated coconut adding to taste. It has brown sugar in it. When you take a bite, the brown sugar melts in your mouth, giving a distinctive sweet sensation that is not overdone. Not only enriching the culinary arts of the archipelago, Guppon is also valued as cultural heritage that is a symbol of the collective identity of the region or groups, as written by Desire in the book Local Development. And here is how to make Guppon easily and simply. Okay, it all sounds nice. What about learning how to make your own Guppon? We need some ingredients. So here is the ingredients. 125 ml thick coconut oil, white glutinous rice and flour, 100 gram coconut palm sugar, finely chopped 110 ml water, 1 teaspoon salt, and 2 teaspoon oil, 1 pandan leaf, and enough water. 1 by 2 teaspoon pandan, 1.5 2 teaspoon pandan extract, 8 gram pandan leaves and sliced bake. So for the coating, we have 120 gram grounded coconut, 1 pandan leaf, and 1.5 teaspoon salt.
It's a half here, not 1.5. It's a half, only a half.
Siap, Miss.
Okay,
So,
next.
okay. How are we supposed to cook when there are no tools? Grab this first. We have plastic basin, plate, glass, steam pot, and tablespoon. So step 1. For coating, combine grated coconut with salt. Add in 1 pandan leaf, steam for 10 minutes, and set it aside. Step 2. In a food processor, finely grind 8 grams of pandan leaves and 85 ml of butter. Strain the mixture through a fine sieve into a bowl. Save 75 ml of the pandan leaf juice. Step 3. Warm up the coconut milk. Pour into coconut milk into the pandan juice bowl and add pandan extract, oil, and salt. And stir it well. Step 4. So first, pour a coconut milk and mixture. Sorry, Intan. Okay. Pour the coconut milk mixture and 35 ml of water gradually into the glutinous rice and flour while you knead it until the dough smooth. Take 2 teaspoons of the dough, round it, and flatten the ball in your palm into a circle. Place 1/2 teaspoon of coconut sugar in the middle of the circle. Fold up the circle in the cover the sugar and press edges together to seal completely to avoid any leaking when you boiled it. Round the dough and repeat procedure with the remaining dough. Make it 28 until 30 balls. I'm sorry if there are any background noise. So step 5. Boil enough water and 1 pandan leaf into a deep pot. Drop some balls into boiling water. Do not overcrowd the pot. Boil gently and stir occasionally with a wooden spoon until the balls float to the water surface. Remove the balls and drain. Repeat the procedure with the remaining balls. So the last step, while the balls still warm, gently round them in grated coconut to cover it evenly. The balls' consistency will be a bit soft when they are still warm, but they will get firmer after they cool down. Serve at the room temperature. Enjoy your meal. When you eat the rice balls, don't bite to the cut balls because melted coconut sugar will frost under your shirt and fingers. So put the ball into your mouth and then bite it slowly. So this is how Guppon looks like. So the generic structure of procedure text. First, we have goal. This text contain about purpose of making or operating of something. Second, the material or ingredients. Materials consist of ingredients that are used in making something. So the third one is step. Contains the step or sequences that must be done so that the objective outlined in the aim or goal to be achieved. That's it from me. Thank you so much. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So you have already mentioned the purpose, the ingredients, and also the steps. But actually, we still have one more structure, is the result. So in your presentation, is anyone can answer what is the result by doing this procedure text? Maybe the other member can help to answer. So here we have some of you. Davina, Naula, Nayan, do you want to answer? Do you want to answer it? So what is the result then? What is the result of the procedure text? You have already mentioned it actually in your presentation. So what is the result?
Mau menjawab.
Please. What's your name, Nayang? Okay, Nayang, what is that?
So by making this procedure text, we let others know about traditional food in Indonesia, such as Guppon.
Could you please repeat, Nayang?
So by making this procedure text, we let others know about traditional food in Indonesia, such as Guppon.
That's the purpose. That's one of the purpose of the text. So you let everyone know on how to make Guppon. And now we are not talking about the goals, the aim or the purpose, but we talk about the result. Which one is the result? You have already mentioned it, but thank you very much, Naya. So, does anyone want to give another answer. So what is the result actually? From this group, is there anyone want to answer? Okay, let me ask another group. So is anyone from the other group can answer my question? So what is actually the result by doing this procedure text?
Maybe we can taste Guppon and eat Guppon, Miss.
Yes, that's the point. So the last thing that you have already put in your presentation, the result comes to the end of the slide. Itu biasanya adalah maybe like just say we can eat the klepon directly or it's served hot. It will be good to eat that. How to eat that? Nah, kalau nggak salah tadi di slide terakhir kan the way you can eat that. So don't bite it. What's that? Only a half, but you're gonna have to put all the things in your mouth and then just eat it because it is melting. Nah, itu adalah the result, the things that you're gonna have to know. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I have the additional score for Daifa. What group are you? Muhammad Daifa. What group are you? Group 8.
Sunflower, Miss.
Okay.
Group 8.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much for group 1. You did well. So the score for group 1 is 19. And the additional score goes to Daifa and wait. Daifa and Nayang. Thank you very much for the presentation. Now let me move to group 8. So group 8, Bintang. Bintang, how about your sorry, Bintang? Bintang udah datang belum? Bintang, nggak ada. Bintang is not here. Daifa is already here. How about Arya?
Yes.
Okay, and then Zidan.
Yes, Miss.
Zidan. Okay, so the presenter will be Zidan. And who gonna help Zidan to present the to share the content?
Me, Miss.
Arya. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, time is yours. Zidan and Arya. Time is yours, Zidan.
Miss, sebentar.
Okay, then. Okay.
Uh, 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 mm, Hello, everyone. We are from Group 8, Group Sunflower. Will presentation or work. That is how to install Windows in Oracle. In our in this work is R one Bintang Ilham Pratama as support, Muhammad Daifa Arga Azura as moderator, Muhammad Arya Firmansyah as design, and me Zidan Putra Rahman as support. Next. Next.
That's okay, just wait. Oh, okay, Arya has already shared the content.
This is our project demo. The first step is on the hard disk pack, give a check mark to create a virtual hard disk now. Then click Create. On the hard disk file type pack, select a virtual box disk image. Then click Next. On the storage in physical hard disk pack, select dynamically allocated. Then click Next. Uh, uh, Unpack file location and size, insert the hard disk capacity to be used for 20 GB of installation project. Then click Create. On the home page, right-click on the project that was created earlier. Then click Setting. In the Setting windows, click on the Storage menu. On the storage menu, click the image DVD empty and then click the DVD image on the right. Select Choose a disk file. Open the location of the Windows 10 installer ISO file. Then click the Windows 10 installer file that has been prepared. Click Open and then click OK. On the home page, click Start. Wait until the setup page appears. On the first setup page, enter language to install and time currency format. Select English and Indonesian, then click Next and install. If you have a serial number, enter a serial number tab. If there's no click, I don't have a product key. On the license agreement page, give a check mark on I accept the license terms, then click Next. On the installation option page, select Custom Install Windows Only. On the hard disk partition page, click the hard disk you want to partition and then click New. And then input the total hard disk capacity, then click Apply and OK. Click Next. Wait until the installation process is complete. After the installation process is updated, VirtualBox will restart. Windows is successful installed and you can set Windows as you wish. Thank you. This is our group project. If I have a mistake, I am very sorry for that. That's
Okay,
all
thank
for our
you.
group presentation.
Okay, thank you very much, Eden, for the presentation. So you have already tell us about the procedure, but I'm going to ask you about the first thing. So what is the purpose by having this procedure text? So anyone in the group can answer. So what is the purpose then? What is the purpose?
I miss.
Yes, please, Stefan.
We can test install window before we install window in real laptop. VirtualBox is a emulator laptop. We can testing a window in here.
Okay, so you're gonna have to tell the readers or explain to the people about that. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And the second, that what the tools or the equipment that you are going to use for doing this procedure task? So what are the materials that you have to prepare, or the tools that you're gonna have to prepare?
The tool is laptop and application, VirtualBox and Windows.
Okay, so you need laptop, and then you need the application. There are two applications.
Yes.
What are they?
VirtualBox and Windows.
Okay. But do you need the internet connection when
Yes.
doing this?
Uh,
Okay.
Saat download the VirtualBox and Windows.
When downloading?
Yeah. When downloading VirtualBox and Windows.
Okay, so what you're gonna have to need is laptop, the internet connection, and then two application, Windows and
VirtualBox.
VirtualBox. Okay, and then which part is the result? So is anyone tell me which part is the result of doing the presentation, doing the procedure text? Doing the procedure.
The result is we can testing the Windows already installed.
Okay, you have already put actually in your last slide. So the
Yes.
last slide is the result. Okay, thank you very much for the sunflower group. So here I'm going to give the score. The score is 90, and then the additional score goes to the exam. Okay, thank you very much for group 8. Now let me move again. We jump to group 2. I'm going to call the name first. Where is Farandio? Are you still here?
Hadir, Miss.
And then how about Mahatam Tama?
Hadir, Miss.
Okay, Nabila Putri,
Hadir, Miss.
Olivia Putri,
Hadir, Miss.
and then Radisya Fitria.
Hadir, Miss.
Okay, so the presenter will be Randistia. And who gonna help Randistia to be the to present the screen, to share the screen?
I will help, Miss.
Who? Farandio.
Hadir.
Okay, time is yours, Farandio and Randistia.
Okay. Hi there, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ransia Vitria. Feel free to call me Tria. So today I will present the implementation of the procedural text, which name is How to Make Fluffy Pancake. Next slide, please. Purpose. So what is pancake? Pancake is a thin, flat cake of butter, usually fried and turned in a pan. Pancakes are usually eaten with syrup or rolled up with a filling. Pancake is made with flour, milk, and egg. Flour itself is very easy to digest. Milk has benefits for maintaining healthy bones and eyes, and sugar can be a source of energy for the body. That is how pancake is good for breakfast. And it's also really easy to make. And here's how you can make a fluffy version of pancake. Next is tools. And the following are the tools that can be used to make pancakes. First, small frying pan. Second is mixing bowl. Third is whisk. And the last one is measuring cup. But if you don't have one, it's okay. You can use another tool that you have. Ingredients. You should have first an egg, And second is 1.5 cups all-purpose flour. The third is 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Fourth is 3 tablespoon melted butter, and half teaspoon salt, 2 tablespoon white sugar, and half teaspoon baking powder, and 1.25 cups milk, or you may need to add a touch more if you keep it overnight in the fridge, just to bring it to the right consistency. Next is step by step and the most important thing. First, sift the flour and baking powder. Don't skip this step. It's important for nice fluffy pancakes. Second is make a well in the middle of the flour and crack an egg into it. Next slide, please, Farandi. Okay, the third is melt the butter in the press, add the milk and the vanilla extract to the melted butter and stir it up. The fifth, whisk the milk and butter mixture into the egg scooping flour from the outside gradually as you go. You should have a just pourable batter. The sixth, add a skillet or a cast iron pan with a tablespoon of butter or olive oil in. If you are using a regular table and stick pan, be sparing with your butter or oil when it is almost hot. Seventh, pour in approximately a quarter cup of the butter and cooks into a round shape. Don't beat yourself up if it is not perfectly round. It's fine. That's the beauty of homemade. The eighth, when the pancake is slightly browned underneath and the top side has set slightly, or the sign is, you should look for bubbles. Use a spatula to gently flip it. And last but not least, serve stacked with your favorite toppings. There are maple syrup, and fresh fruit are a perfect go-to. So enjoy. And sadly, the presentation is over. I hope you all can understand and even practice it at home, maybe with our delicious recipe. So I think that's enough. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. It is really nice to have your presentation and also make me feel so hungry today. It is so delicious. It seems so delicious because I don't know whether delicious or not, but the video and also the picture make us feel like that. Thank you very much for this thing. Okay, go back to your presentation. Now it's time to me to give you some questions. So the first thing is that if you go back to your purpose there, so what is actually the purpose? The important things that you're gonna have to put in the purpose. So what is your purpose or the purpose of your procedure?
Nabila, Miss.
Yes, please.
We can make the fluffy pancake.
So whose voice is that?
Nabila,
Oh, Nabila. Okay, Nabila. So what is that, Nabila?
we can make a fluffy pancake.
Okay, so maybe you can say that we can explain to people or explain to the reader, tell the readers about how to make fluffy pancakes. Okay, thank you. And how about The result. So which one is the part of the result?
Olivia, Miss.
Yes, please.
The result is fluffy pancake for our breakfast.
Pardon? Fluffy pancakes?
The result is fluffy pancake for our breakfast.
Okay, all right. And then the last question. So from your presentation, could you please tell us about, you're gonna have to still share the content, please? For you, could you please share the content? Go to the tools and ingredients. Next, ingredients. Okay, so here you have a purpose flour. What is that? What is 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour? What do you mean by give purpose flour here? So what is that? Does anyone want to answer me? So what is the meaning of all-purpose flour?
Olivia, Miss.
Yes, please.
I think all-purpose flour is tepung serbaguna.
Okay, yes, that's true. Okay, thank you very much for the nice presentation. So I'm going to give the score from this group is 95, and there are some additional score for Nabila and also Olivia. Okay, thank you very much for the group presentation. Now it's time for me to go to group 7. So now is group 7. Afrian, are you here?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, and how about Okan? Okan?
Hadir, Miss.
Okay, and then Rizwan? Rizwan? Rizwan nggak ada ya? Rafli?
Yes, Miss.
Rafael?
Hadir, Miss.
Okay, Rafael, be the presenter ya. Rafael is the presenter. And who gonna have Rafael to share the content?
Apa ini, Bu? Webexnya. Bentar.
It's okay, Rafael. You only be the presenter. Your friend will help you to share the content. So who gonna help Rafael to share the content? From the other
Maybe
group.
me, Miss.
Okay. Who? Maybe me siapa?
Afrian, Miss.
Afrian. Okay, Afrian will help Rafael to share the content. Okay, time is yours. That's okay, Rafael. You can still use your mobile phone. That will be okay. Your friend will provide the content for you.
Ya, Bu.
Hello, my name is Mapel. I'm from group 7. I will explain PC assembly. I will introduce our group. First, leader is Afian Hafidullah. Member 2 is Mox Rizwan Fauzi. Member 3 is Okan Syahdana. Member 4, Rafli Ferdian Sani. And member 5, it's me. How to assembly PC? Purpose of creation, so that ordinary people who are still learning or assembling a personal computer can do it easily and can also get new knowledge. Tool and material. Tool. Screwdriver plus, screwdriver minus, ring plier, capit buaya. Next. Material. Motherboard. The motherboard is the main master board of circuit board on a computer, which contains an electronic circuit that serves as a processing center. Processor. The processor is the main component of the computer because it determines the good performance of the computer. The computer brain serves as a data processor in a computer system. The type of processor that is often used in assembling the PC or computer itself is good and correct. For game and usual, there are two, namely Intel with Pentium 3, Pentium 4, dual core, quad core, core i3, core i5, core i7, and AMD with Sempron, Athlon, 2 Phenom types. Heatsink fan. Heatsink is a cooling fan of the processor and of other components because the temperature in the processor is very hot. For hard disk, a hard drive is a hardware component that store secondary data and content. A magnetic disk serve as a data store to be able to improve computer performance. 5. Memory. RAM. RAM, random access memory, is internal memory, which serves to store data. 6. Graphic card. VGA card. VGA card. Video graphic adapter is a component that serve to translate computer output to a monitor for the process of graphic design or playing video game. A high-powered graphic card is required. Power supply. Power supply is a computer device that serves to conduct electricity to every part of the computer in order to run. Caching. The caching is for guard motherboard from something from the outside that can damage the motherboard, keyboard, and mouse. To input user command, 10 monitor, to display the image. Next, assembly tab. One, okay. First, install processor to motherboard. It will be nice before the motherboard is installed into the case. First, install the processor because it will be easier how to install it. How to attach the processor to the motherboard is we first determine the position of pin 1 on the processor and socket processor on the motherboard, generally located in a corner marked with a dot or indentation or dot, a dot or indentation. Click the socket lock lever up to open. Adjust the position of the processor with the socket pull. If it has been done, press the processor into the socket until it meets. Lock back with a locking lever. Second step, install the motherboard. To install the motherboard on the case is to place the motherboard on the casing. Try and adjust the hole between the casing and the motherboard hole. Then lock it with screws. Step 3. Installing heatsink. Once the processor is installed, then install the heatsink so that the processor does not heat up. This heatsink is placed on a processor and given a hole so that does not escape. Previously cut the heatsink with heat sending gel. If your heatsink has a fan, or fan the power connector on the fan, or fan connect to the motherboard. Step 4. Install ROM. How to install ROM? Memory module, that is, open the lock lever first. Then adjust the indentation position on the memory module with the indentation in the slot. If it is right, then press and reattach the locking lever RAM. Step 5. Install power supply. Usually, if we buy a case, surely the power supply is installed. Well, if the power supply has not been installed, the way to install it is put the power supply in its place behind the casing, then lock it with screw. Install the power connector from the power supply to the motherboard. Step 6. Install motherboard cable and casing. 6. Install motherboard cable and casing. Install primary and secondary IDE connector cable on the motherboard. For non-ATX motherboard, install serial and parallel port cable on the connector on the motherboard. On the back of the casing, there is a hole to install additional port of non-slot type. Open the plate locking fuse cover in the port hole and then insert the connector. Port you want to install and plug it back in. Connect to mouse, connector, cable, and keyboard on the motherboard. Connect other connector cable such as LED, internal speaker, and port available in the computer case. Step 7. Step 7. Install drive. To install a drive such as a drive, CD-ROM, or DVD-ROM is the way. Enter the drive from the front of the case. First, set the jumper setting as a master or slave on the drive, then install screws so that the drive does not come off. Connect a DE cable connector to drive and connector and on the motherboard. Primary connector is first. If the IDE cable is connected to drive, the jumper setting is the first drive set as a master and the other as a slave. And the secondary IDE connector on the motherboard can be used to connect two additional drive. Connect the power cable power supply on its drive. Step 8. Install card adapter. 4 card adapters that can be installed are shown: video card, modern and SJSI adapter. How to install it is insert the card adapter in the slot available on the motherboard. Then press until B connector actually enter. Then give the screw as a card hold. Step 9. The last stage of computer assembly. If all the computer assembly steps are complete, now close with a casing and give screw. Connect the cable from the power supply to the wall socket and also connect the monitor connector to the video card port. Cable connector and mouse connector to mouse port. Conclusion. Computer is a series or group of electronic chains. It consists of thousands or even millions of components that can work together and from a neat and through work system. This system it can then be used to carry out a series of jobs automatically based on the order of instruction or program provided in. That's all. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for the long presentation. So it was really long how to assemble a PC. So at first I only think that you could just put it all the things in the right place. But then now I know that not only putting all the parts together, but you're gonna have to install that part. So not only put it, but after put it, you're gonna have to install it. Okay, so it was very nice, and it is for my new knowledge then. And it's already 10:32 then. Karena panjang sekali, sekarang sudah jam 10:32. So maybe later you can just go with your friend group. Jadi for the last group. So this one is group 7. So maybe you can continue for the question and answer session with your other friends group. Jadi silakan join nanti cuman untuk bagian di answer and di question and answer sessionnya aja. Jadi when you go to the presentation, you only have the time for answering the questions aja, and then you can leave after that. But the others, for the other group 4, 5, 6, and 7, group 3, 4, 5, 6, you're gonna have to find a time and text me whether I can do that or not. So we reschedule the presentation. Okay, because it's already 3 minutes left, 3 minutes more. So I'm going to close the class today. Thank you very much for the nice presentation. It was really great. So you're gonna have to improve your speaking skill again. So remember, when you present it, not only read all the things in the PowerPoint, but you're gonna have to explain it. Okay. Thank you very much for today. It's really nice. I'm happy to see your performance. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Group
Thank you so
7
much, Miss
nilainya
Laras.
sekalian. Ya. Group 7 nilainya sekalian setelah itu ya, tanya jawabnya nanti. So join the reschedule time only for the question and answer session. Thank you. Goodbye. Let me leave.